Hi everybody. So this is the last module that I will be taking you through, and it's spelling. Um, One of the I think basic tests in the civil service examination. Well, actually, that depends. It's basic for those who know a lot of words and read a lot. It's quite difficult for those who do not explore um, other words, or at least you know read. uh, so let's get started. Okay, so you know how these questions hopefully play out. No? You know how they are presented. This is just basically designed to test your spelling ability. No? So how do you prepare and excel in this test? So again, you read. I mean, through all the entire English and Filipino section of the civil service exam, or any other kind of formal exam that deals with language, um, with a few exceptions, right? All these sections are one one effective way of really just preparing for these language tests is to apply the language through reading or even listening sometimes. No? But reading much better, right? So most especially in spelling, because you will not encounter words without even having to read them. No? So magbasa kayo. Because that's I think the most, if not the only way of effectively preparing for the English and Filipino section of the test, of the examination. Reading a lot. So don't take reading for granted. No? And then secondly, just for the spelling test, you check out the meaning of the word. I think, for me, whenever I encounter a new word or a difficult word that is quite hard to spell, no, I usually check out the meaning just for the sake of retention. Para lang maalala ko siya. So, yun. Check out the meaning. Just to help you remember it. Okay? And then, you memorize and retain the spelling of the word. So, yun. After checking out the meaning, you memorize and retain. Um, Remember, in all kinds of preparation, before an examination, what is important is not how much you review on, but how well you retain them. Right? You can read thousands of books before an examination. But even if you do not retain them, then all of it was for nothing. Right? So, again, you read, you memorize, and you retain. This is not only applicable for this test, but this is also applicable for, I think, any other kind of test. Right? So, remember that. Okay. Go to frequently misspelled words. Okay, so let's go through it individually. Um, since ito lang naman lang naman yung gagawin natin in this review module, no? So, okay, commitment is spelled with just a single letter T, no? Single letter T. Okay, and then uh, accommodate is spelled with a double C, double M. Okay, double C and double M. And then breathe is when it's breathe, all right, can also be breath, but but well, it depends really. But for spelling, if it's breathe, if it's pronounced breathe, then it's with an E. If it's breath, it's without the E. Okay? Beginning is spelled with double N. Okay? Just to remember, para lang maalala nyo, no? If you write begin, when you're gonna put an ing on it, paglalagay ng ing, no? Dagdagan nyo na ng N. So, beginning. It also helps, I guess, to pronounce the word literally. Yung talagang i-emphasize ninyo yung spelling niya. For example, yung ginawa ko kanina. Di ba? Dagdagan ng N. So, what I do is, beginning. No? Just stress niyo yung pronunciation ng 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 word para siguro just to help retain the spelling. Beginning. Okay? Embarrass is spelled with a double R and double S. Don't forget that. It's not single S, it's double S. Okay? Usually doon tayo nagkakamali. Or even the double R. Okay? How do I remember this? I don't know. Okay, I remember. This is not to offend anyone, pero I remember the last 3 letters of this word, which is ass. Okay. So, embarrass has a double S and also a double R. So, I just, refer to that word ass. Embarrass. Okay. I know it's weird, but it helps. So, just don't make it as don't make it as bad as it sounds. Okay, guarantee is with a double E, but also there's also a word that spells with a Y, which is guarantee, but guarantee double E. Usually it's double E. Okay, but again, both are different words. No, guarantee with a Y and guarantee with a double E are both proper words. Happiness, okay, double P but single N. Okay, how do you do this? How do you remember this? Happy, right? The word happy with a Y, what you do is you just replace it with ines, right? Ines. Interfere is spelled with an R at the with an E at the end of the word. Okay, interfere. Laboratory. Okay, because we often pronounce this without the O, ba? How do we pronounce this? Laboratory, diba? Laboratory. No? But if you want to spell it correctly, you have to pronounce it correctly, which is a laboratory. Maybe you can just stress the O there para lang maalala nyo. It's a laboratory. Laboratory. Okay? Not labra, no? Laboratory. Okay? Dogma is spelled this way. D-O, not D-O-U. Okay? It's D-O only. Walang U. Bouquet. If you want to really remember it, you can just, again, emphasize the spelling. Literally. You say Boquet. Boquet. Although that's not by any means the pronunciation. But if it helps you remember it, then do so. There's no problem with that. Okay, so bouquet. So take note, it's not double T. It's just a single T. Okay, occurred is with a double R and double C. Okay, as opposed to the word occur, which is only with a single R. All right. So if it is in a past tense, occurred, then you put an additional R. Now, what I do is I usually say occur red. If it that's sometimes if I'm really desperate to remember it, I just say that. No? Occur red. It helps remember it. Omission, double S, not double M. Okay, double S. How do you remember this? Mission. The word mission. Okay? The word mission has a double S, di ba? So, if you want to spell the word omission, dagdagan nyo lang O dun sa mission na word. Okay? Committee is double M, double T, and double E. Okay? So, how do I remember this? Commit, right? Commit is spelled single T. Di ba? If I want to remember this, I just remember a t-shirt, right? A T-E-E, shirt. So I say commit t-shirt, um, which means committee. It's double T, and I add an additional T and a double E, right? The word T. Okay. I hope that helps. Medyo magulo, pero that's how I do it. Alright, what's this? Sever. This is sever. Yes, there's a word such as this. We often confuse this word with severe, right? Severe and sever are two different words. Sever means 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 to cut, no? But severe is a state, a worrying, worsening state, no? So yeah, it helps remember the meaning actually, and also the pronunciation. Okay, recession is spelled with an S and a C and a double S with a shon. Okay, recession. Um, so yun. And as opposed to the word recession. Recession is different from recession, I think. Or is this a recession? I don't know. Economic recession. Recession ito. This one is recession. Okay? So both have double S. We just, ang pagkakaiba lang, yung, yung C, yung recession and recession. Okay? Sa recession, it helps to remember just spelling recess. Diba? Or, yeah, recess. Diba double S yun? Okay? If you want to spell recession, it's with an, just put an I-O-N. No? Okay. Recommend is spelled with double M. Okay, don't forget that. If it helps remember, just remember the word commend. Okay, and then laglagan nyo lang R-E, recommend. But both are different words. Okay, sincerely. Okay, minsan ang ginagawa ng iba, they remove the letter E and they put it next to letter L. So nagiging sincerely. Diba? Sincerely, L-E-Y yung naging spelling, which is wrong. Or minsan dinadagdagan pa yan ng letter E, no? Sincerely, no? But the correct spelling is just like this. Sincere, diba? Sincere, and then just put a typical L-Y suffix. Okay? Successful is a double C, double S. Okay? Weather, all right, is when you're not talking about yung panahon, you're talking about the word weather, yung whether or not, okay, ganyan. It's with the letter H. Okay, minsan kasi hindi natin lalagyan ng H. Definitely is spelled this way. Okay, definitely, not definitely, yung lalagyan nyo ng A. Hindi. No? Dapat definite. Definitely. I guess it also helps if you have the pronunciation correct. Okay, which is spelled this way. If you're not referring to yung sino ba yung mangkukulam, no? It's which with an H. Publicly. Okay, not publicly. Minsan nilalagyan natin yan ng letter A. So don't put letter A dyan. It's publicly. Okay. Separate. Okay, not separate. Minsan yung A sa SEPA, yung A, we're replacing it with letter E, which is wrong. It's separate. 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 Okay. Receive and receipt are both spelled with the E going first. Okay. Yeah. So E first, ha? Remember, if you spell it with, if pag nabaliktad nyo, no? Ano ba? Kasi minsan nababaliktad natin siya, no? So what you do is, what I usually do is, if I, lalo na kung yes, I sometimes doubt myself when I spell these words because they really are confusing. But what I usually do is, when I spell them, like, pag nauna yung letter I just ask myself, is this receipt, no? Which is a really weird way of spelling receipt, right? Or I don't know. That's just me. No, but what I do is I stress on the e, on the receipt, right? Receive. No, it's the e sound. So yeah, just yeah. So you work on your technique, but that's how I do it. If it makes sense to you. Okay, occur. All right, we just discussed this a while ago. Occur without its past tense is just a single R. No, occur. Millennium. Okay, 1,000 years is spelled double L and double N. Okay. Just to help me remember, I remember yung Star Wars ship, the Millennium Falcon by Han Solo. That is piloted by Han Solo. The Millennium Falcon. So just take note of that. Maneuver is spelled this way. Okay, wag yung lagyan ng letter O yan. Minsan kasi nalalagyan ng letter O ito eh. Okay, disappear is double P. Privilege. Okay, hindi yan letter E ha, hindi yan privilege. It's privilege. Okay, with the letter I. Privy with an I. Not an E. Okay, with an I. Okay, tyranny is double N. Okay, not single. Committed, as opposed to commitment. Okay, they're different words. All right. If it helps you remember the word committee, diba? Tanggalin niyo lang yung isang E doon, lagdagan niyo, and change it with letter D, which is committed. Okay. Occasionally is spelled with a single S, not double. Double L, double C, but not single. But not double S. Okay? Alright. How do you remember this? Well, I don't know. I don't have any techniques to remember this as far as I recall. But yeah, that's how it's spelled. Embarrassment. Again, embarrass. Yeah, embarrass. Daglagan nyo lang ng ment. Okay, yeah, ang dami, no? Frequent, spelled this way. Abhorrent, double R. Okay, the root word is abhor, which is only single R. Okay, so pag i-spell nyo ito, abhorrent. Ganyan yung rent. Redundant is spelled that way. Insufficient. Okay, double F. Don't remember. Don't forget that. Disappoint is spelled this way. Appointee. Okay. So remember, double P, double E. Okay. I guess that's easy to just stress it out. Appointee, as in literally E, double E. Transgress is double S. Retaliate is spelled this way. Vicious is also spelled this way. Lagyan nyo ng letter I. Okay, letter I. Minsan, ano lang yan? Minsan nangyayari, nawawala yung letter I. No? So, that's with the letter I. Expressly is with a double S. Kahit yung root word niyang express is also double S. If it helps, remember yung Buko Express. I think it's a pagkain yun, di ba? So, yeah. Polyamorous is spelled this way. Intensely. Again, no? Yung root word niya, intense, alright? Wag nyo nang, and just salpak nyo lang yung prefix na li, which is ly, not ley. Okay? Commission is spelled with a double M, double S. Renounce is spelled single N. Minsan dinodoble natin yan, which is wrong. As opposed to announce. Announce is double N. Renounce is a single N. Okay? So, take note of that, difference. Benign is spelled this way. No? Walang letter E yan sa dulo, ha? Okay? Benign. Reigning not raining is spelled this way. Remember, it's EI, okay, not IE. Okay. Doctrine is spelled this way. Addendum is double D. Finesse is double S. Subtlety, okay, just like the other words, wag nyo nang lagyan ng E after letter T, which is, kasi the root word of this word is subtle, diba? Subtle. And then salpak nyo lang yung prefix na TY, not TEY. Okay? Exceptional. Exemption. Okay, remember, in exceptional, my letter C. But in exemption, there is no letter C. Okay? Also, ganun din sa root word nila. So, exempt is with letter C, and exempt is with letter X, without letter C. Okay, so take note of that. Accept is double C. Acceptance is also double C. Suffer is double F. Okay, as in common with suffrage, they're not the same words. Okay, they're not the same words. Suffrage is about voting. No, so remember that. It's not suffrage na iha, suffrage. Hindi ang letter A yan. Suffrage. Okay? Gauge is spelled this way. It's not gauge. This is gauge. Okay? AU. Proletariat is spelled this way. Bourgeoisie is a difficult word to remember, but what I usually do is I pronounce it as I spell it. No? So, Borge, no? Borge and Wazi. Okay, so I kinalahati ko doon sa may E and O part. So, Borge and Wazi. Okay, I hope that helps. Stationary as opposed to stationary. Okay, stationary refers to, I think, ito ba yung office equipment? Stationary, or I think paper or something. Yeah. So, pag stationary, and it refers to office equipment or supplies or paper, stationary paper, it's with an E. Pero pag stationary, no, yung hindi gumagalaw, yung stationary lang siya, it's with a letter A. No? Satellite is with a double L. Borrow is double R and letter O. Minsan kasi, we confuse this with the word barrow, which is like a wheelbarrow. No, that's a different word entirely. So, pag humihiram ka, when you say, I want to borrow something, it's with an O, not an A. Okay, corridor is with a double R. Okay? Okay, now we go to sample questions. Which among the following is correctly spelled? Usually, ganito yung test questions. But again, it can differ. Pero the bottom line is, what the questions are trying to do is hanapin nyo yung correct spelling. So, donut, you're trying to find the word donut. So, which among all of these is correctly spelled? So it's, of course, letter B, donut, not letter T, not doge nut. Okay, not donut. Okay, it's donut with a dough and a nut. Yeah. Okay, and letter E, not there. Of course, some of them are correctly spelled. So letter B. Okay, beneficiary. Okay, so minsan, ganito, yung they will give a single word pero iibahin nila yung mga spelling. So minsan ganyan yung mga test questions. So it's just a matter of finding how it's correctly spelled. So beneficiary is letter B. Okay. I do not see the markers. Okay, anyway, so letter B is correct, ha? It's not letter U. Nor is it double R. Okay, single R, letter A, beneficiary. Okay, transaction. Transaction is letter C. Okay, Not double S, not double N. Single N only, single S only. Parang trans and then action. Just ordinary spelling. Gratitude. Um, letter B, of course. It's not sure. It's not, okay, obviously not gratitude. It's not even it's not double T. Okay, it's gratitude. Single T only. Okay. So here we have um, reiterate, illiterate, illegitimate, conglomerate, and renunciate. So the correct spelling among these would be letter A, reiterate, right? Illiterate is supposed to be double L. Illegitimate is double L, right? Ille. So dapat letter E itong letter I. Illegitimate. Okay. Conglomerate is not spelled this way. It's conglome. Dapat letter E itong letter O. And then renunciate is spelled without the letter O. So renunciate. Okay. Which among the following is correctly spelled? Laborious, instantaneous, nefarious, infectious, mandamos. The answer here is letter C, nefarious. Okay, so it's definitely not laborious. This has to be with a letter O. Okay, instantaneous. Kulang ng letter E. Dapat may letter E yan. Infectious is with a letter I. Mandamos is without a letter O. Okay, so nefarious is the correct word here. Okay, next, find the correct spelling. Irritability, insanity, insensibility, portability, nationality. Okay, so the correct word here would be insensibility, right? Irritability is spelled with a double R. Okay. Insanity is spelled with a single N. Portability is spelled with a single O. With only a letter O, so wala yung letter U. Nationality is spelled with a single L. Okay. Next, transferor, transferee, realtor, prosecutor, locomotor. Okay, so the right answer here would be letter C, realtor. Okay, transferor only has a single R. Transferee also has a single R. Prosecutor is only with a letter O, so walang letter U yan. And then locomotor is only with a single M. Okay, yun. Okay, insatiable, intelligible, lamentable, reusable, malleable. So the correct spelling here would be letter A, insatiable. Intelligible is spelled with double L. Lamentable is only spelled with a single M. Reusable is spelled without the letter E here. No, reusable, tanggalin letter E before the prefix or the suffix able, no, or able. And then malleable is spelled with a double L. Okay. Okay, sample question 10, and the final question is orthopedic, claustrophobic, edelweiss, edict, and osteoporosis. So it's the correct answer here would be letter C, edelweiss. Okay. Orthopedic is spelled without the letter E. Orthopedic lang. Ay, yeah, sorry, letter O pala. Tanggalin niyo yung letter O. So, it's orthopedic. Okay. Claustrophobic is not cluster, it's claustrophobic. Okay. But it's pronounced claustrophobic. Okay. And Edelweiss is a flower, which is spelled this way. Edict, this is supposed to be letter I, edict. Okay, and osteoporosis is spelled with the letter O, not with the letter E. Okay, so palitan yung letter E dyan, gawin yung letter O. Osteoporosis is the correct spelling. Okay, so that ends this module. There are lots of words that we can still tackle on, but um, what you could do is you just explore these words and you read and memorize the spelling of these words, because these are usually asked in tests. So you can actually find these in Google. So again, if I have any, if I um, shared any incorrect or mistake, if I made a mistake in spelling, please don't hesitate to message the moderator, the page administrator of Batas for Everyone, and um, we shall correct that for you. And again, I hope you learned from all the modules that we have gone through. So this is the end for my review lectures. I hope you guys learned something through all the modules that we've gone through, and good luck in your civil service examination. So I wish you well, you be safe guys, and I hope you pass. Thanks for listening.